What's up, guys? It's Friday. This video, I'm gonna keep that in. This video is specifically for kids on the B-Day kids on Monday, because I'm gonna have a sub as a full out review. I'm shaking this a lot, I'm so sorry. This video is specifically for the B-Day kids, as sort of a full out review of everything that we've been doing with the Mashup project, in case they miss some stuff or they forget, or so they know exactly what they need to do, where all the shortcuts are. If you're an A-Day kid, I'm still gonna post this, but I would skip past the stuff with the PowerPoint, because it will give you a review of everything that you need to remember for this project. So hopefully it helps, and send me an email if it doesn't. Thanks. So schedule review for today, finishing the Mashup projects. I'm not gonna grade them over the weekend, that's not right. So finishing your Mashup projects today. We're gonna do a different activity on Wednesday. It's gonna have a couple of small assignments. Everything's gonna be done in class. And then Friday, on the 11th, we're gonna have kind of a work period for everything. So you can, if you're missing anything, you can finish it and hand it in that day, or do credit recovery for another class if you don't owe me anything, or you can do an extension activity that I will have shown you on Wednesday. And if you finish it and hand it in, it will replace a missing non-Soundtrap assignment or give you extra credit. I will take work up until Saturday the 12th at the end of the day. Grades officially close the 10th, but because I'm giving you guys a day to finish work, I'm gonna give you guys till the end of the day Saturday. And then our last class on Tuesday the 15th will be some fun game time, because it's the last day. So this last part of the video, if you're good to go on all this project stuff, you can tune out of this part, but this is gonna be a review of sort of how to set up and download and get going on your editing for your project. So first, which you should have already done, we wanna download stuff from the drive, which you're gonna get the link for. So like say I want this, I'm gonna do a 2-finger tap and then download. I'm going to download 2 and do the conversions. So there's that one. And I also want, where's the Outcast? There's the Outcast. And then I'm going to do this one. So 2-finger tap, download. So you want to do 5 of these. You should have already converted these if you haven't already. I'm only going to do 2. And then in Soundtrap, my first song was Migos. So I'm going to Google, before I import, I'm going to Google key and BPM. The website, remember, I really like that we've been using a lot, is called tunebat.com. We find out that stir fry is in D major, BPM is 91, so we can go back here, change those settings, and D major, and now I'm going to import. Here's stir fry, open. I was in, and now I want to, whatever I change these to, I'm going to change them to 2 different things, but whatever I change them to here, remember, all of the songs have to match. So I'm going to convert this to 120, adjust. Okay, so my tempo's been changed. Dance with my dogs in the nighttime. Trap with the chickens like Popeye. Money changing colors like tie-dye. I think I'm going to keep the key, actually. So you can keep keys like that if you want. You can change them. I'm going to keep that at D. So the next one I put in, I'm going to change to D120. I'm going to change this to stir fry D major 120. Or you can name it whatever you want that will make you remember what it is. I'm going to save it. And then it's going to finish mixing. And when it finishes mixing, I'm going to export it, but I got to wait till it finishes mixing. All right, it's done mixing, so I'm going to go File, Export, Export to MP3, and now I have it downloaded, so I'm going to delete this. I'm going to look up my second song, which is Hey Ya by Outkast. So doing it again, Hey Ya, Outcast, BPM key. I get my favorite tunebat.com. It is C major, 80 BPM. So before I import it, remember I gotta change these. So I'm gonna have to do 2 conversions on this. and then import, outcast. And now I'm going to change this to 120, remember? And then change this to D major so it matches stir fry. Okay, so that's all in there. So that sounds like. Okay. So I can change this. So instead of stir fry, I'm going to change it to hey ya. Then save. So same steps every time you do one of these. Cool. Now it's going to mix. And when it's done mixing, I can export it. All right, done exporting. So again, file, export, export to MP3. Cool. And delete that. Now I'm going to input both of them. You would convert the other three, but I'm going to import those two finished ones. So, hey on stir fry. I can do shift click and import both at once. And then start to mash up. Save. Now, so I'm going to start editing these. We don't want to leave them like that. So now the goal, I keep having to remind people, the goal is not like we did with the workout tracks, that you're going to have one then the other. 1, 2, 3. The idea is to edit back and forth between the two. So I think I'm going to start with this. I'm using the zoom in buttons to make sure I'm slicing in the right spots because I want the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I know exactly what I want. I know that because I zoomed in. So I'm going to click, make sure this is highlighted. And then the playhead is exactly where I want to cut. I'm going to do Control E. So I have that separated out. 1, 2, 3. And then maybe, oh, that's not what I wanted. So the vocals start right there. So I think I'm going to try and cut that out. It's right there. So Control E, delete that. I'm going to see if I can line these two up. Oh, zoomed in. Don't want to zoom in, I want to zoom out. So if you can think in beats and line up beats like that, it will work out much better. I'm going to zoom in a bunch. It's a lot of zooming. So let's see if I can line this up. 1, 2, 3. Dance with my dogs in the 1, 2, 3. Dance with my dogs in the nighttime. Trap with the so I'm gonna see if I can line this up perfectly because we want it to be 4 beats in between. 3. Dance with my dog. Dance with my dogs in the nighttime. Trap. So it's like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Dance with my dogs in the nighttime. Trap with the chickens like Popeye. Money changing colors like tie-dye. I'm just trying to get it, I ain't trying to die. She got a big ol' on your booty, make the world cry. In the kitchen, wrist twisted like a stir fry. Hold them bands down. So I'm gonna get cut out right where it says stir fry and then try and put in some outcasts. Booty make the world cry. In the kitchen, wrist twisted like a stir fry. Trying to die. She got a big ol' on your booty, make the world cry. In the kitchen, wrist twisted like a stir fry. So you heard me hitting the table as I'm counting exactly where the beats are. So see if that lines up nicely. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to zoom back out, move the outcast back over, find a part in the outcast I want. Cut. I'm going to cut that out and see how this does. So So this is really, so sort of editing between like these and counting the beats and things like that and making sure stuff lines up like that. This is the simplest way to do it. You can also do some cutting up of things to make them sort of repeat themselves. Like, for example, like that, when he says, at the end, I could make that happen like another 4 times if I really wanted.
1, 2, 3.
So let's try this. So I'm gonna cut. So move this guy, highlight, cut. E. I'm gonna zoom in to make sure they line up. So I have this little So I'm gonna click it, do my Control C for copy, move my playhead, then paste. So it can make a cool effect like that. Let's see how that works.
1, 2, 3. Dance with my dogs in the nighttime. Trap with the chickens like Popeye.
So hopefully that shortcut review is helpful for you guys that still need to finish your projects.